Hi, welcome to Dre Recap. Today, we'll go over a sci-fi short horror film called He Took His Skin Off for Me. This kind-hearted, selfless, and devoted gentleman made the ultimate sacrifice for his wife, which exploded their union with the delusion of fulfillment and excitement, but as seconds turned to minutes, minutes turned to hours and hours turned to days, weeks and months, their relationship began to stifle, under the pressure of extremities. Sit back, relax and enjoy the ride. The movie begins with Justin asking Samantha, "Is this really what you desire?" She then replied, "Yes, this is what I need you to do." The next words that escaped from Samantha's lips are, "He removed his skin for me." Now we see Justin without his clothes, who appears to be contemplating about doing something. The camera gradually glides downward to his abdomen, showcasing his fingers squeezing and tugging on his skin. The scene shifts, showing us Samantha inside the kitchen preparing dinner. "He did it right before dinner," she said. She went further to say, "I bought a fresh piece of lamb's meat for a recipe I decided to try, and he always loved it when I cooked." The scene switched, presenting viewers a stairway, but we could see no one. This is where the tale gets interesting, ladies and gentlemen. We then detected movements coming down the stairwell, indicating that someone is marching down the stairs. The visuals then transition once more, revealing a photograph of Justin and Samantha, suggesting that they are married. We then see the female once more, completely focused on the meals she's preparing, but we can see Justin approaching her from behind. Her facial expression and body language indicates that she perceives the presence of someone behind her. She then turns to discover her husband seated around the table with his skin completely removed, aka non-existent. Wow! We're then greeted with a smile depicting her approval of what he had done for her. She adds that she will now see everything, and that he's absolutely beautiful. They are then seen around the table, enjoying dinner and toasting their occasion with a delicious glass of red wine. Her gaze is visible, intently studying his physique now that he is free of all skin that would obstruct her vision. We were then given a closer examination of his anatomy, which revealed, "Ladies and gentlemen, please have a look for yourselves." The utensil he's using to eat is smeared with blood, but they don't appear to mind as they smile and embrace each other's hands, demonstrating their excitement. The camera moves to the lovers in bed, holding a celebratory session, with Samantha remarking to herself that love-making hasn't changed. I don't know how to interpret that. We now see the couple awake with their white sheets covered with blood, and Samantha revealing that this is something new, but it doesn't bother her. Samantha was next spotted washing the bedding and scrubbing the blood streaks off the floor. "That's the least I can do," she happily stated, before her husband approached her and kissed her on the forehead, leaving his bloody lips branding on her. They're later seen watching television on the sofa. It's here we learn that he gets very cold easily at night. His wife immediately gets up to adjust the thermostat, which has blood smears on it, indicating that it is frequently used. She went on to say that she tries to be understanding, but the gas bill is not cheap. Following that, we notice debts stacking up in the mail. Then she reveals that he's having difficulties finding clients because of his appearance, which has made him depressed. However, she comforts him by saying that the right clients will arrive, and they won't care how he appears. The next morning, she awoke to a shocking sight of her husband's skin dangling on a rack inside the closet. The image flips to expose laundry rotating inside the washer, a container with a mop with blood all over it which appears to have been around for days, as well as a living room covered with bloodstains that appears to have been neglected. Samantha can be seen taking a bath with bloody water running off her body, symbolizing the quantity of blood on her skin as a result of her husband. She then holds and stretches her skin, but the thought of removing her own skin makes her terrified. They are subsequently observed having dinner at a restaurant with friends, everyone laughing except Justin, who appears to be uneasy. His friends are disgusted by the fact that his dried blood is all over the plates they are sharing, but they ask him about his skin, if it hurts or if he misses it, and he would simply say yes or no, But Samantha started noticing that he had changed because simple answers are not his style. He prefers to use many words even when a few would suffice. One of his pals unintentionally touched his hand and panicked, knocking over a glass which broke. He was embarrassed, so straight after dinner he walked up the staircase, trailing his hand along the rail, without saying anything to his wife. While watching him depart, we noticed that his wife had an unhappy expression on her face. Samantha woke the next morning to see her husband standing in front of the closet, wearing a mournful expression and holding his wrinkled skin. His wife laid with an unsettled countenance on her face as he closed the closet door with the skin inside and went to work. The next chapter revealed the house in a messy state. It's no longer being cleaned by his wife. Samantha is seen glancing all around the house with a lost expression on her face. They're having dinner late in the night, but they're not communicating. It's evident that the connection and happiness they previously shared are no longer there, because a void has emerged between them. They are now in bed, but they appear to be maintaining their distance, with Justin minimizing all visual and physical contact with his wife. Samantha then attempted to touch him, prompting him to concede to her, allowing him to switch positions and to slowly slide his fingers along her shoulder down to her waist, strongly clutching her skin. Samantha is now shown with fear in her eyes as her husband drags her skin. The end. Remember to subscribe for more videos like this and turn on notification for future updates.